That is so cool.
Do you ever see miniatures of quality like this before?
Never.
You
Never.
haven't?
So this room is, what period is this
Art
room?
Deco.
Art Deco.
That's the most modern, and the one underneath it would be the oldest, and that's a 17th century room.
Photographs really, I don't think, could do it justice.
No, you gotta just even have the best. You gotta see it in person. It's two worlds. And that's why, if anybody's interested in it, they're not going to say, oh, from the eBay, I want it.
Right.
I mean, they're going to come and I have to
Oh, yeah.
physically show it to them and sell it to them.
Yeah.
Century room.
This
That's
is
the
the
oldest
17th century room, so this is the oldest of all of them.
Uh-huh.
And
And the armor in there is like, well, I tell about it in all my description, is 15th century armor.
the armor is 15th century armor.
Uh-huh. It
And,
was taken out of a book.
oh my goodness.
See, I used to sponsor the top artists in miniature shows.
Nice.
So I looked everywhere for miniatures, where I pick up them little ivory statues.
Mm-hmm.
You could buy them for $25, $35 then. I mean, we're talking like in the 50s.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And now, you know, they have to be at least 100 years old before you could sell them.
Yeah.
Or they come and they raid antique shows.
Mm-hmm.
And one will go for like $1,250.
Right.
And the guns in this cabinet have working parts, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All that's told though in all of my
In the literature?
description that
Well,
you put on the internet. It's all.
So you have a copy of that for us?
Yeah, I got all that.
Okay, beautiful.
because when I put these videos up, a little bit of description is always fun.
See, I had. Well, they'll read all the description about what I've got in. I've been around the block and know a lot of things and traveled and did so much in my lifetime. Had many jobs and.
Yeah. Well, this is truly.
And you said it was your life's work, that you enjoyed it, that it was your
Well,
passion.
I have a lot of other exhibits, too, smaller ones that are in museums and stuff all over
Oh,
the world.
wow.
See, he sold his business when we moved out to California. Well, then he never did do anything with his hands other than the figures before, but he built a lot of buildings and found out he could do a lot of stuff. And I don't think he really would have done it, but he only did it to please me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my goal was to have one day, a miniature museum, which there's 4 or 5 big ones across the country,
Mm-hmm.
but they already have all their stuff.
Yeah.
And that was my goal, and that's why we got so involved in it, and I wished I would have never now if I was looking back.
Well, it was part of your passion at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just unbelievable.
And what's this far room upstairs here? This is the teddy
That's
bears?
the Victorian room.
This is the Victorian.
Unbelievable, the work.
Yeah, if you were to try to add up all the hours that all the people did.
Oh my God.
My God, really? I mean, this piece of furniture over here.
Yeah, just what it takes to do it. And you know, they measure a big piece, and they make the drawers so they open, and they hinge them, and they dovetail them, and
The whole thing, dovetail.
that's
everything,
what
right?
once there was a woman that, when I lived in Saratoga, was by San Jose, she moved in our neighborhood, and there was an article in the paper on her that she made wedding gowns, award-winning wedding gowns in New York, and I thought, great, I'm going to go to her and have her make some miniature ones, so I could do a miniature wedding shop.
Sure.
And she couldn't miniaturize them.
You couldn't miniaturize them?
So that's why I say it takes two talents.
Right.
You gotta be able to know how to make, quite a few people that made some of the fine pieces of furniture, and there were regular furniture makers.
Right, right. And they just scaled it down, but not
Mhm.
everyone can do that.
That's right.
It's one- To make a
Extra
piece-
talent.
It is. It's one thing to make a piece of furniture.
And like in that room you're looking in, what's your first name?
Will.
Will. A guy studied glass blowing in Marino, Italy, you know, the great
Mhm,
glass
mhm,
blowers, things
mhm,
there.
mhm.
I've been to their factory.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so he made them after like a lot of the big models. He'd go to the museum and
Mhm.
sketch them, and
Yeah. He was able to blow on such a miniature
Yeah.
scale is incredible.
that's what's incredible.
I mean, I just love it.
Friends and acquaintances and
Yeah.
been waiting in the wings for years for Betty to say, "Okay, guys, come now. You can buy the pieces." But I'm
Oh.
to the end of the line now. I'm going to give myself 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
If it isn't sold, then I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you piece it out.
I'm going to try to do lots, like make a
a
bag
room
10
at
or
a
12
time.
pieces.
Right,
Yeah.
Right. That would be, but and then at least sort of keeps it together.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow. Unbelievable.
So all that, and what did you call that where all the silverware is? That's called the round wooden thing
Oh,
that's
that's a knife box.
knife box.
You know, in the fancy homes in the South, I've got big ones packed away, life size. They had them on buffets, and they kept all their silverware in it.
It's incredible. I mean, in itself, it's such a beautiful piece.
Yeah, it's made out of mahogany, yew wood, and trimmed a little bit with ebony.
Oh, yeah.